if you want to secure your nationals. The agreement in Mauritania was not about Gambian ID card. The agreement in Mauritania was that people were crying that they don't have access to Mauritanian document, alien documents.
Alien.
Yes, and if they don't get access to that one, what happens is they will either be arrested or be maltreated. So if Gambia want to use
the undocumented they're talking about, you are saying it has to do with Gambians not being able to acquire Mauritanian residence permit.
So as a responsible government who is serious in tackling irregular migration, Mauritania is been seen as a transit point for irregular migration. So if your citizens are there, I don't know whether some of them permanently live there, but very minimal. I know some are going to school, but any Gambian who is going to school in Mauritania will have their full documents. So those who are there, they are undocumented. You should exactly know those people are trying to have a transit to go to Europe for irregular migration. Either use the Saharan way, or to use Morocco, or to use Mauritania to stay.
Or Tunisia.
Yeah, or Tunisia. So why would a government find a mobile team to go and document that with ID card instead of encouraging them to come back to the country by using consular cards and also means of transport to get them back here? The objectives of those people there should be known first, if the intention is clear. If the intention is to protect Gambians. And that will beg me the question to ask, it hadn't been if 150,000 jobs was created, I know today, those kind of youths who are struggling there today in search of a greener pasture to Europe wouldn't have been there in the first place. So but 2026 is here at the corner. And we all knew supplementary is coming.
Yeah, supplementary registration
is coming. So if supplementary registration is coming, and then we have the experience in 2021, your Toma, namesake Lamin Chan, it is not a third person who was coordinating. It's myself. Almost over 4 buses were transported from Mauritania to Gambia here, to register them in Gambia here. When they came, they dumped them at the Bufaso. I had the information around 3 a.m. But before they depart also, we got the information that they are coming. So when they arrived around 3 a.m. Night, I confronted them at the Bufaso. But I pretended to be MPP. So when I first approached, there was one lady who is called like Mama, is it Mama Jola or lady? I don't know. It's kind of a they name her as a Jola name. But the lady speaks fluent Portuguese, and I speak Portuguese fluently. So in my interaction with them, I saw Bissau Guineans in them, but they pretend to be Gambians. They are in Bissau and they speak Portuguese. That they are Creole. Their Portuguese is not clear, but if you speak Creole, you'll be able to understand with somebody who speaks Portuguese.
Yes, of course.
That's where I begged the number of Lamin Cham. When I got the contact of Lamin Cham there, I said then I'll call Lamin Cham to be. They said Lamin Cham. They keep repeating the name of Lamin Cham. He called me. He was the one calling me. When he came here, he disappeared.
You mean Lamin Cham?
Lamin Cham of MPP campaign manager.
You see, I invited NPP here.
They cannot be here.
But they didn't.
No, they will not be here. You mentioned my name today. So when I started using my number to call Lamin Cham, I called him and said, but how can you, I pretend to be MPP, how can you bring people here? And then they are hungry, they don't have a place to go. He said, no, I went to Banjul, I want to try to find a food for them. In the morning, early morning, I woke up again and called the same Lamin Cham, using the same lady. So they took them from buffer zone, bring them to Bundum Police. We work together to Bundum Police. I consistently keep communicating to Lamin Cham. So when
you pretended to be a NPP,
I'm just telling you this for
intelligence officer.
Yes, I'm not going to reveal any of my sources, but this one is direct communication with Lamin Cham. So when he suspected that this person I'm talking to could be otherwise, he could not further continue with me. So the chaos started there because these people, they said they are hungry, and Lamin Cham promised them that they're going to bring food and in fact slaughter a cow there so that that lady was so stubborn. She said she's from Talinding, but how can somebody from Talinding spend the night at Bufferson and Bundum Police?
So you are saying definitely those people are non-Gambians?
No, I attest that most of them are non-Gambians. Most of those people are non-Gambians. But the game was now to play how to get an alcohol attestation.
Yes.
For them at that time, to give most of, because the lady showed me a foreign passport, ID card, passport, and also a Gambian Jammeh era ID card. And she said she was the mobilizer for Jammeh in Mauritania. Attested to me, she said it's APRC. But that lady is not a Jola fact. but they call him Mama Jola. But she's not Jola. So
it means that this the system that existed under Jammeh has given
the same line recruited by Baro. And that's why you see the Fabakato Monjata and others are maintained.
So how as an opposition, knowing all what you claim to have known, are going to do like Al-Kalolu and 𝒂𝒊𝒏 attestations that for people who have never got any of the documents, suddenly no Al-Kalolu or 𝒂𝒊 are in Mauritania.
Let me tell you, if the game is planned ahead before the immigration is there, Al-Kalolu attestations can be access to the embassy because it's a game ahead plan. They plan it ahead, so they know the number they want to target there. They can have their empty forms there. They can have birth certificates, they're empty. These were the tactics used in 2021. Then the only thing you need, if you don't say don't have, you will come, you will fill the form for you, then stamp it. It's already been stamped by Al-Kalolu here. They say Al-Kalolu they want to get it from. Then the only require is your name, your address, and we will find a mother for you and a father in Gambia. Then the immigration have no choice to give you.
So the immigration would know that these are fraudulent process, but they will still even I thought they are professionals.
If the immigrations were independent enough, not been manipulated by corrupt politicians, they will not make an inch out of Gambia for a purpose of an ID card. They will not do it. But the entire scheme is dubious, nefarious, and it's a threat to our national security. Look, let me tell you, this Mali issue is going on. We knew, we had seen it. Okay, the Burkina Faso issue is going. We knew this country. The ministers kept repeating that Gambia, you know, we had the SIS, whether deliberately or mistakenly, said that Gambia is a vulnerable state for terrorism. We had that in 2020, around 2020 or 2021, I don't know what, around that end. The DG came with these allegations. So the minister also recently, tourism, even though it's not his domain, but he elaborated on it. That's Ahmad Ba, because he doesn't care what domain falls under him. He will speak on anything that he thinks he can just go and then ramp up on the minds of the people. So he said so, regardless of whatsoever imagination they think, but Africa countries must be protected. So we should not make our document, national document, vulnerable to people who might be causing us threat. So this is an exchange of a national ID card for a vote. Okay. It is not to protect Gambians, but it is to sell your national ID card for the purpose of having a vote from that person. So if they have it, what are they going to do here? Do we know? They can come and vote, yes, but after voting, they have access to your national document. The damage they are going to do in Mauritania or in Guinea-Bissau or in Mali, it could be done in the name of Gambian, but by a non-Gambian.
Absolutely. Yeah, I'm talking about those implications, like our medicine, the medicine in our hospital.
Exactly.
The minister himself said the medicine go out.
The same minister stood there and said his ministry is one of the most corrupt ministry. But at the end of the day, today, what is happening? If you talk about the corruption there, he will come and slap you on your face. He will say it's not true. So, but what I'm trying to tell you is, UDP and any other serious political party, we have conveyed a meeting about it. We strategize it. We know what we are doing. So we know it's a pilot project very well. After here, this was 3 years, 2023. Okay. We knew this thing. So before I come, what we do is we know their points. Is from Mauritania is going to be a joint Guinea-Bissau and Guinea-Conakry. From there, they are targeting Sierra Leone also. From there, they are targeting Nigeria, connected to Benin and Dume. This is how they want to go in.
Wow.
But the issue is they are contemplating in bringing in diaspora voting now. But they cannot also bring in diaspora voting without knowing if they go ahead, their numbers exist in Africa here that can turn numbers in the Western end. That is the scheme started. So the project is not about anything those with the Gambian people being protected or being helped on national issues. No, the project is for them to establish a good number of voter population outside Gambia to know that these people can challenge the diaspora in a combination of the number we have in the Gambia can give us the margin in 2026. That's the tactic. Mark my words. After here, it's going to be Guinea-Bissau. And the Guinea-Bissau team was sent since 2023 after the election.